Hi guys, day 20 of math. Today we're going to actually get to the problem sets of lesson 20. I know that we worked on the beginning of it. It was working on two problems put together. So first we had to figure out an answer of one thing using Tate diagrams. And then we had to figure out the answer of another thing. And then we added those two numbers to see. For example, this was just one of our examples, I believe. Something to the point of we had three hats, $4 each. We bought two. Um, we bought three altogether. Then we had a scarf that was also $4. How much money did it cost altogether? So what we did is each of these were a unit of four. Could have just added them all up, but what we had to do was do 4, 8, 12. That was for our hats. And then we had to add how much we spent on scarves, which was another 4. Okay, and that equals 16. But we could have multiplied it, and it would have been 1, 2, 3, 4 units, because they all cost the same. It works if they're all the same. When we're dealing with math, it doesn't matter whether you bought a scarf or a hat. They're both $4, and we bought two of each. You're just going to, each of them are a group of four. So that's why it would be 4 times $4, and that equals $16. Okay? So that's what I'm saying, right? I bought a teal marker, cost me $3. Johnny bought a orange marker, cost him $3. How much do our markers cost together? All you do is $3 a piece, and you times them by 2, 3, 6, and you'll get $6. It doesn't matter whether it's blue or green. What they want us to do, only when it's the same, okay? We can't do this problem down here if this scarf up here costs $3, or this hat costs $3. Then you'd have to add them up. First, each of these are 4, so you do 4 times 1, 2, 3. $4 times 3 equals 12. And then you would add the hat or scarf, whichever one I said this one, because that's only 3. You can't multiply it that way, it won't come out. 12 plus 3 equals 15. Okay? If they all cost the same, then you can multiply them as all one big unit. Okay? So, I will go over, we're only going to do the first page of lesson 20. I'm hoping, whenever that you guys, by the time I'm done with lesson 20, that you guys have the work for the next module. I'm hoping, okay? But hopefully it all gets mailed out and sent out to you guys. So, everyone go to lesson 20 on their problem set, page 258, okay? Get that in your problem set, lesson 20. While you're doing that, I will write it. Today we'll use teal as stuff that you're writing. I'm going to write out the problems in orange. Ted buys 3 books and a magazine. At a bookstore. Each book cost $8 and a magazine cost $4. So here's what we're going to do, right? So they put it out. They wrote $4 and they wrote out magazine. Just wrote out mag. And then they did books. And then added box over here. And then underneath, we did box there. And then they did the letter A, letter B, right? So, we know it says each book $8, not $4. So, they filled in part of it. They told us this magazine is a $4 magazine. It's right in there in your book. It actually shows the way that they wrote it was a line up there with the 4. They wrote magazine next to it. They had this one that was like colored in. Oh, sorry, you don't need to write that, so don't write it. My bad. You'll start writing this stuff. Then they did 3 books. They want to know the total amount of the books. Then they want to know the total amount of everything. Okay? So, first thing, how much were each book? $8. Now this is a group of 8. This is a group of 8. This is a group of 8. Okay? 3 groups of 8. Let's try to figure out what 2 numbers we multiply to get this. Now some of you can do your 8s. Some of us cannot. If it's 3 groups of 8, you're just going to count by your 3's. How many times? 8. So it would be 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21, 24. Okay, so now you're going to start writing. In the box, the money sign if you can, 24. Okay. Now, letter A says, what is the total cost of the books? How much do the books cost? We just did it. So for letter A, write $24. Letter B, how much does Ted spend altogether? I don't know if we figure out that one. So what do we got? We got 24 here. We need to make sure that we add the magazine to it. Magazines cost how much? $4. So we need to add 24 plus 4, and that'll give us our total amount. Start with 24, add 4, 25, 26, 27, 28. So in this box, write out 28, and then letter B, $28. Okay? The way we got it, we first did our 3 groups of 8, or 8 threes. Okay? Then we figured out how much we spent on our books. Then we threw in an extra magazine at the end, and all we did was take this 24 and just add it to the 4. And we got 28. Okay? That's number 1. Remember, you can pause it if you need to fill in anything extra. Now we're going to do number 2. Write it in orange, answers will be in teal. Number 2. It says, 7 children share 28 silly bands equally. They already set up. Okay. And give us our box. 9. 28. That. And 3 boxes of it. Okay. So, he gave us 2. Letter A and letter B. So, it says 7 kids share 28 silly bands equally. So we are actually dividing 7 into 28, right? Or we're dividing 28 divided by 7. So we need to figure out how many bands do each kid get. Now, you can do the sharing method, okay? Or you can count by sevens and write a dot for each group of 7 in each box, and then you'll figure out how many they each have. What we'll do is just do the sharing method. It's pretty easy. We can do it straight across, okay? So we need to split up how many altogether? 28. So all you're doing is counting them up. You can do dots, circles, lines, okay? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 3 lines. Every box should have count 1, 2, 3, 4 of them. Okay? So, how many do we have in one box? How many Silly Bands each child get? 4. We write 4 in the first one and 4 on letter A. Then, letter B says, how many Silly Bands do 3 kids get? Now, instead of counting up the lines, we have how many groups? 1, 2, 3, and how many are in each group? 4. So multiply it. 3 times 4. 3, 6, 9, 12. Letter B, 12. Okay. Pretty simple this one was. It was more of a sharing technique. You could have divided, like I said, 28 into 7 and got 4 apiece as well. 7 divided into 28. See how many we got. Instead, we did our lines right now for this set. Okay. But we'll work on it so we can get better at it and be able to do it in our head, and then we would have been able to figure it out without even doing like a sharing method technique. Tomorrow, we are going to do the second page. We'll do 3, 4, and 5 on the problem set. Okay? If you guys have any questions, let me know. Have a great day.